So hi guys, Carrie here. You all know I like the discussion of relationships and human behavior. So I'm back with another conversation. Hi friends, I'm back with another relationship chit chat, living room conversations about relationships, and today we are talking about appreciation. I'm getting a lot of feedback on the topic of appreciation and the fact that many people don't necessarily feel appreciated in relationships. So today we're talking about appreciation, whether we should show it, how we should show it. Many people don't necessarily feel appreciated in relationships. I've heard persons say, Carrie, I have been doing everything in my power for this man or for this woman, but they are never thankful. They are never appreciative. And in some cases, it has been the reason some people ended relationships. I could definitely say that in times past, I would have ended relationships because I didn't necessarily feel appreciated. I felt that I was being taken for granted and that my labor in relationships were in vain. So I got out. All right? And as time goes by, you learn. And whilst I have no regrets about getting out of those relationships, I could definitely say that my knowledge base has increased as it relates to appreciation, love, and how people express them. So one of the things that I found very life-changing for me was the book called The Five Love Languages. This book speaks to people who basically speak different languages. However, it is not verbal language or what we will call linguistics. It's actually physical language, non-verbal communication, and it's quite interesting. So the five love languages basically speaks about the fact that different people would show their appreciation and love in different ways, and as a result we all have a responsibility to basically get to know our partners and be able to speak a bit of their love languages. So, for instance, there are people who feel appreciated when they are touched. And in the book called The Five Love Languages, it says that, people like there is an actual language called touch. So there are people, if you never touch them, they'll never feel loved, they'll never feel appreciated. Likewise, there are people who likes words of affirmation. If you don't tell them, I love how you did that, I love that, they are never going to feel appreciated. There are some people, if you never give them gifts, they'll never feel appreciated, they'll never feel loved. And then there are some people, if you don't spend quality time with them, they don't feel loved, they don't feel appreciated, and so on and so forth. So different strokes for different folks. But the bottom line of that book was basically, it's we all speak in different languages in with respect to love and appreciation. And as a result, when we make a decision to get into relationships, we have to make a decision to understand our partner's language. All right? The next thing is, regardless of our partner's language, so let's say for instance a person likes touch, it doesn't necessarily mean we wouldn't tell them thank you and we appreciate what they did. Some people think that because the book says each person has a different love language, it means that we will neglect all the others. It doesn't mean that at all. All right? It actually means one language will be more important to them than the others, but it's important that we strike the balance, so that we want to, if you're married, you want to touch your partner, you want to use words of affirmation, you want to spend quality time, you want to give gifts, you want to do acts of service, you want to do them all. However, if your partner say likes words of affirmation more, or if that's their language, you want to do a whole lot more of giving words of affirmation, if that makes sense. So we want to be conscious of these things. Many of us are raised, and yes, you all know I always go back to the home and the family and the background and the history. Many of us are raised in homes and communities where we have problems with catering to other people. We have a problem with customer service. We do not like to serve. We do not like to give. We always want to receive. And as a result, we have cultivated really selfish character traits. And as a result, we are poor partners. We can be in the best profession, we can have the most accolades, but we are absolutely poor as it relates to showing love, showing appreciation, showing respect. And this is more or less a wake-up call for some of my very friends who might be quite very much of achievers. They are quite achieved, yet they may be lacking in some regard. It's not an insult. It's something to take absolute notes of and develop in those areas. So I'm not going to be long. I'm trying to keep it short, but I want you all to be encouraged to show appreciation.
This is the living room where many conversations begin.